Stellar. Each month that goes by, news about its technology, roadmap, or partnerships just get better and better. Hey guys, it's Cryptoroo here, and today we're going to look at a brief history of Stellar and the top events that has led it to where it is today, and we'll see why I'm bullish on it for 2018. So we're going to look at the 5 key events and one bonus one at the end. So let's just jump right into it. First of all, let's go back to October 2017. This is when Stellar announced a partnership with IBM to facilitate cross-border payments. Now with this announcement, let's take a look at the 2 key facts as to why this was huge news and still is today. First of all is the fact that Stellar is partnering with IBM. This is huge. IBM is one of the biggest technical companies in the world, and when they partner with someone, they're going to invest in it and look after it for the years to come. I have a high trust with them, and I actually used to work for IBM for a number of years, so I have seen when they partner with new companies or new technologies, the resources and commitment they actually give to it. So I'm really happy with that partnership, and that's why this is still a massive thing for them today, and they are still committed to that partnership with IBM. The second big thing about this partnership announcement was when they announced they were going to be supporting cross-border payments. This wasn't something they were going to do in the future. They had actually already begun doing it with countries in the Pacific Islands, the United Kingdom, Australia, and New Zealand. They actually made that announcement and had something working and going from day one to facilitate these transactions. And they had partnerships with a number of these banks in these regions, as you can see on screen now. So this is absolutely insane that they had a working thing when they announced a partnership, rather than announcing a partnership and how they had a roadmap as to how they were going to do something a year later. So this is really cool. Next of all is the announcement of the Ethereum exchange. The Ethereum exchange is a cryptocurrency exchange that is based on Stellar that allows you to buy and trade any sort of cryptocurrency with fiat. So you could use actual US dollars, Australian dollars, euro, and so on to buy any cryptocurrency, not just Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the popular ones. You could buy the less popular ones like Ray, Blocks, Arc, etc. straight up with money. And you could also do it the other way around and sell it. So to understand how this is going to work and why this is quite big news, let's take a step back and look at how exchanges work today when you want to buy an altcoin that you can't buy directly with fiat. So let's say we want to buy a coin called Shillcoin. So we want to buy 1,000 of these Shillcoins. So in order to buy it, we first need to initially use a cryptocurrency trading pair. So this could be Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin are the big popular ones at the moment. So in order to procure these 1,000 Shillcoins, we go to CMU's exchange and buy 1 Ethereum, which in our hypothetical world is worth $1,000 US. Now unfortunately for us, CMU's coins does not stock Shillcoin. So we need to take that 1 Ethereum from CMU's coins, send it to another exchange. Now let's say the other exchange is Roo's Warehouse. Now Roo's Warehouse has all sorts of coins, including Shillcoins. So we send our 1 Ethereum we got on CMU's coins to Roo's Warehouse. Then on Roo's Warehouse, we exchange up 1 Ethereum for the 1,000 Shillcoins, and we finally got our Shillcoins. So it's quite a big process. We have to go from our fiat to an exchange that supports the popular crypto to a lesser known exchange that will support more altcoins such as Shillcoin. Now in this process, we're not going to get our 1,000 Shillcoins that are all worth $1 because in the middle of this, there's all going to be transaction fees, which is taking a bit by bit of all our transaction values. In addition, this is a pain in the ass to go through this whole process just to get a shield coin. Now, let's take a look at how this would work with the FairX trading platform and how it would be much easier. So what we would do, we would go onto FairX. That would have all the popular cryptocurrencies, including the altcoins. We would just straight up purchase 1,000 shield coins with $1,000. They might take a small fee, which might be 1%. So we might end up with 999 shield coins, but in a previous scenario, we could have ended up with 950 due to the transaction fees. So how does that work? How can we go directly from fiat to any sort of cryptocurrency on FairX, and why can't the other exchanges do it today? Well, what FairX is doing is behind the scenes, when you purchase 1,000 shield coin, your $1,000 of fiat, which is $1,000, will actually get put into Stellar automatically behind the scenes, which you don't see, and then that Stellar will be exchanged for the shield coin. Now, when you go to sell shield coin, you can sell it. Say shield coin is now worth $2 for every coin. You want to sell all your coins, you have 2,000. You simply go into the FairX exchange, sell it, and you'll automatically get your US dollars or fiat. And behind the scenes, once again, when you sell it, it will get converted into Stellar, then it will sell the Stellar back into fiat. So that's how it works and how FairX is going to facilitate all these transactions. And this is why I think it's huge news, and they're looking to launch in early 2018. So it's going to be quite interesting, and I think if they can get it right, they're going to be an absolute monster of an exchange. So keep an eye out for them. Number 3, Stellar just announced their 2018 roadmap, which is absolutely huge. So let's take a look at the 2 key factors. The first one is SDEX. SDEX is a decentralized trading platform based on Stellar. Let's take a look at the advantages of SDEX and what it actually aims to achieve. First of all, any Stellar ICO tokens can be traded day one on their exchange. This means ICOs don't actually need to worry about getting their tokens listed on exchanges. This will save them a huge amount of time in paying fees, getting listed on exchanges, and especially that ICOs are always listed on small, obscure exchanges. You need to sign up for $1 million. You can go straight to SDEX and buy your ICO tokens. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Second of all is atomic pathfinding. This means you get the best value when you're trading from one crypto pair to another crypto pair, or from a crypto pair to fiat. Say you want to buy 10 Ethereum, it will find the most optimum trading pair, so you get your maximum value. So what you'll do is you'll spend the least amount of Stellar, let's say you're trading for Ethereum, to get 10 Ethereum, so the most bang for your buck. Next of all is it has low trading fees because it's decentralized, based on Stellar. It's going to be absolutely basement bargain trading fees. And finally, the end user controls their secret keys. This means if the exchange gets hacked, no one loses their funds because it's decentralized. You all control your private key essentially. So hackers cannot steal your funds on a Stellar decentralized exchange. So I'm really looking forward to this, how it will operate, because I don't think we've quite seen any exchange like this in the crypto sphere so far. Number 4, Lightning Network for Stellar, which was also mentioned in its roadmap for 2018. Why would we want the Lightning Network for Stellar? I mean, isn't that for Bitcoin to fix its transaction times and fees? Well, this is just one advantage of the Lightning Network, which people are focused on at the moment, but there's a number of other advantages. So let's take a look at 2 of the key advantages that will come in especially useful for Stellar. First of all is you can have off-the-blockchain transactions in your own private channel. This means you could have your own private channel for Stellar transactions, and once you've done all your transactions, at the end of it, it can consolidate those with the blockchain platform, and that means you won't know what trades went on in here. People can privately transact, and all it will simply do at the end will be consolidating the account balances in the Lightning Network and placing it back onto the blockchain. So this is going to be massive in terms of scaling, exchanging between different exchanges and institutions wanting their own private channel, essentially to exchange Stellar. They don't have to do it on the public blockchain. They can do it in their own private channel, and when they want to take it back to the blockchain, they can simply consolidate it and will put it back into the blockchain. And second of all, with the Lightning Network, it makes exchanges harder to hack because hackers can't access your funds as easily on the Lightning Network, which I'll delve further into in another video to look at as to how it will actually make it quite difficult for hackers to get access to any of your funds. Number 5, ICOs. Currently with Ethereum, it costs about $40,000 to launch an ICO, and it's quite time consuming and expensive, and it's hard as to develop in the Ethereum blockchain is quite difficult at the moment. Stellar has amazing documentation support for developers and supports a much more wide variety of popular programming languages. In addition, Stellar is quite cheaper and the transaction fees are a lot cheaper, which is going to make it much more incentivized for ICOs to launch on the Stellar blockchain. And also this ties back into the Stellar decentralized exchange trading platform, because when an ICO launches on the Stellar blockchain, when this trading platform is live, their tokens will automatically get listed on its decentralized exchange, meaning they don't have to pay or fight to get on other exchanges. People can immediately buy those tokens from day one. So we're going to see more and more ICOs coming off Ethereum, going to Stellar, and maybe even other cryptocurrencies like Neo, which have other advantages as well. The bonus reason why Stellar might reach the moon and beyond in 2018 and going into 2019 is that Stripe announced they might add support for Stellar. Stripe is one of the biggest leading payment platforms of the world, and they are currently phasing out Bitcoin due to its transaction times and fees. And if you go back and look at the launch of Stellar, Stripe actually invested $3 million into Stellar when they first initially launched in return for 2% of the Stellar lumens. So take from that what you will, but if they invested that much that long ago, it makes sense for them to actually add support for Stellar. It will be a massive benefit to them, and I imagine they are still holding on to these tokens. So let me know what you guys think of Stellar based off these reasons and anything else you may have read or heard. Let me know in the comments below. Until next time.